When it enters a target creature I control has expert.
Bruce?
Yep.
So you couldn't keep my joke alive, and you ended up getting 6th place at the St. Peter Regional.
Yeah, 6.
Couldn't get 5th.
I just couldn't let it happen again. Just couldn't let it happen.
I understand. You got to get me to shut up. Anyway, guys, speaking of me shutting up, I'm the one only having with 6. We are here again celebrating the legend of Bruce Menard topping another regional, getting this really sick Forbidden Crown, man.
This mat's really, really beautiful.
Really, really beautiful. In fact, it took me this long in seeing the mat that it's just the condemned Dark Lord witch lady with the crown on, and she's looking in a mirror thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous.
It is.
I also love what they did with like the...
Bro, this attention to detail. And
really
anyways,
nice.
let's get into the deck profile. What did you do?
I got 6th place playing Dracotail, Magistus Fallen, like the whole, like the pile deck. Like
Let's
all
go
three
for
engines.
it. Let's get into it.
The Dracotail engine starts pretty normal. You play the 3 Lucius, the 3 Femina, and of course the 1 Malulu. Yep. These are like your best starters, of course. Malulu is less good in this deck, especially because you're playing all the other stuff. You want to make sure you can combo without getting locked out of like other extra deck stuff, because you still want to make Conflagrant Calamity and stuff. So this is like not as good of a starter. So it's kind of nice that it's at 1, so that way I don't have people look at me weird. So those are the nice starters. I also just play 1 Urgula, 1 Pan. I think this is gonna change soon, and we're gonna talk about it as we get through. But like I didn't want to overdraw on these, but like because of that, I like never saw these. It didn't really come up where I needed an extra in the grind game, but it would be nice to open them up more often. And then I played 2 Rahu, 1 Ketu. I understand, like, I just complained a little bit about, like, consistency or whatever, but Rahu is, like, the worst starter in this deck because, again, you want to do all the other stuff that you have in your deck, so you don't want to lock yourself, so I didn't want to, like, overcommit on fusions that, like, lock you, which is why Rahu's at 2. Also, if you play your grind game correctly, it shouldn't really ever come up.
Yeah. And then my favorite part of this deck, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. Yep, there it is.
The triple traps. I know some people playing like this specific variant are not playing all 3. I think that's a mistake. I think you need to run all 3 in this deck because you need to be able to like shuffle these back, especially because you're only running 2 Rahu, at least in my variant, as well as like you only play 2 Arthalion on the list, so you have to have the ability to like shuffle back. So you want a lot of traps to activate. So yeah.
No, I get it.
That's all the Dracotails. Then for the supplemental engines, so the first one is like the best engine in the format right now, in my opinion. The Triple Fallen, 1 Incredible Ecclesia, and 1 Cartesia. These cards are disgusting. I also think Incredible Ecclesia, you could run more of this, and that's kind of what I'm debating on right now. But these cards are insane. These cards are some of the best cards. Like, I just love how the recursion that you get, the advantage that you get, the pushes that you get. These cards are all amazing, and these paired with any of the Dracotail cards are just so good. You also get to play the 2 Fallen, the Virtuous, and this card's like, again, I see some people playing this deck that don't play this card like in their main or whatever. You should run this card. This card's insane. There's no reason not to play this. This card, like, this should be in your deck.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the 1 Branded Fusion. So this is kind of like, the mentality that I had was I want 3 like fusions that lock you, and I was playing 3 Rahu, but then I cut 1 for 1 Branded Fusions so that way I could play Avalonidas in the extra deck and have a search target for it. That logic was a little flawed, which we'll talk about when we get to the extra deck, but it was nice for the tournament.
Hell yeah.
And then the last supplemental engine, possibly the most important, triple Spenta, 1 Zora, 1 Crowley. Now, some people don't play Zora, which I understand. It is a bit of a brick, and you have a bunch of normal summons in your deck. But the problem with this deck is, like, or not the problem, but, like, the thing with this deck is that you want to synchro, and so you need to see the tuners. Even if you fuse this off and summon it back later, you can still, like, take advantage of the fact that it's on the field in the first place.
I forget he's a tuner.
Yeah, it's super, super important in how you bridge everything. And then also, Spenta is just, like, such a crazy card. It's good for follow-up in the grave. It's good for starting. Card's insane.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all the non-engine stuff. For non-engine, I kept it pretty simple. I started with triple Fluid, triple Perulia. I felt like I wanted to have like a good widespread coverage into a lot of things. Perulia was super underwhelming. I didn't like play into as much Radiant Typhoon as I thought I was going to, which is like where this card really, really shines. I did play against one Canine player, and I did activate Perulia on them, and that felt really nice, but Fua was like a stranger to me. I never drew this card at all yesterday. This card was, I never saw it. So it kind of sucked. But
Bad birdie.
It's good when it happens.
Hey, no, it was hiding from me. That's all.
And then after that, of course, you play 3 Ash. The Ashes stop like the last 6 cards I just showed, like the Charmies. You need to run this card. It's also really, really good into the mirror match. Just being able to stop traps and also stop Rahu is really nice.
Yep.
And then I decided to play Triple Veiler. Like this was kind of like a flex spot. I cut a lot of engine pieces, as you can tell, to put in these 3 Veilers. I wanted to keep it 40, but also have like 15 hand traps, including 5 mana. And I just don't know if that's necessary. Is like my conclusion from after the event. But these cards were crazy every time I saw them. People just didn't think I was on them because if you look at like Dracotail, like people just aren't on Veiler right now. And I was like Veiling people's normal summons, and they were just like, "What the heck is happening?" And it was winning me games. It was super fun. But that's the main deck. That's the 40. This main deck I thought was really, really solid. It is a good way to play the deck. I am gonna probably adjust it to be a little bit different though.
Got you. Let's see that extra deck now.
For the extra deck, we have double Arthalion, 1 Glulamel. You have to make a lot of concessions in this deck, a couple of which is like 1 Arthalion, and you don't get to play Sharas. That's another reason why you have to play all 3 traps in this deck, because if you don't have the Sharas to help like recycle, you kind of just stagnate. So you have to make sure that you have like enough traps in deck. Other Dracotail stuff that's normal, 1 Secretarion. This card's like just really good, and then of course 1 Chaos Star Source. This is like almost cuttable for me. I've been thinking about cutting it just because I feel like it doesn't come up that often that you get to make it. But when you do get to make it, it's so impactful that you like need to have it in your deck. So that's why I ended it there. I summoned it 0 times yesterday. So.
Gotcha.
For the branded stuff, I play 1 Albion. Of course, you gotta run the Albion. I play the 1 Albolindus for the branded fusion, of course. And then I play the 1 Ecclesia, and that is it. I don't play any more than this. This is all I play, which is like really, really annoying. You have to be very careful with how you use your the Fallen and the Virtuouses throughout your turns, because of the fact that you only have 3. If you get into engine with this, and you have to make sure that this hits grave at some point, so that way you can shuffle back and activate your Fallen and the Virtuous again, if you're trying to pop. But usually after this is on field, your Fallen and the Virtuous turns into a Monster Reborn, which is like both an interruption and also like can like be another fusion for you.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind as you play. And then the rest of this extra deck really, well, I play 1 SP. I never summoned it. The thought process was it's good into die 5, but it didn't come up. The rest of this extra deck, the last 6 cards are all for the Magistus stuff. So the big one is like you play Conflagrant Calamity. If you don't know what this card does, this card's insane. It's a floodgate with anything that's equipped to it. So you got like this card's insane. It's essentially another Secretarion. And then you use this to equip Artemis from extra deck. Artemis, as an equip spell, gets to search for a Magistus card from deck, which allows you to get to Crowley, and Crowley is like Poplar, so it gets to special summon itself. And then you get to fuse into this thing, the Magistus Omega. And this thing, when it gets popped on field, you get to special summon a Spellcaster from deck, so you can pop it with Fallen the Virtuous, which I wouldn't recommend. But you can pop it with Conflagrant, but while it's in grave, you can pop something you control to summon it. And so when this gets popped, you get a special summon level 4 Spellcaster from your deck. And you play a lot of level 4 spellcasters that are relevant. It's like you have like Zoroa, which is nice. You have like Incredible Ecclesia, or excuse me, not Fallen, and Cartesia. So you have like a lot of really good spellcasters you can get into, as well as Lucius, of course.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of like plays here. So if you already like open up engine, if you already open up like Dracotail engine, you can like summon Cartesia and then fuse the Dracotails off in your hand. If you're just like trying to combine everything, you go for Zoroa and then you get to summon an extra card from grave. If you don't have Dracotail engine, you summon Dracotail Lucius, then you have Dracotail engine. The card's just really nice and versatile and allows you to play a bunch of different ways, and it gives you a lot of lines into a lot of different hand traps and stuff.
Gotcha.
And then the stuff that allows you to capitalize while playing the Magistus stuff, you get to play Zoroa, the Magistus Thragna. So this is a monster negate and a non-targeting pop afterwards, which is really, really, really nice. And then you get to play 1 Iowas, which is like a snatch steal type of effect. It's also the only one that can just generically fuse with a spellcaster, which means that you can use Crowley to like fuse with like Lucius in your hand, and then you can like get a set off of it, which is nice. It doesn't come up often, but it's nice. And this also gives whatever it's equipped to 1,000, so you can like equip it with Conflagrant, and then Conflagrant has 3,900, and your opponent can't activate fusion effects, which means that you can attack over Liger, which is nice. And then lastly, the Nanaru. This is a MST while it's a equip spell. So you just pop this, pop the back row. Really nice in the Dracotail mirror match.
Hell yeah. All right, battery died. All right, onto the side deck.
Yes, on the side deck. So for the side deck, we got 2 droll.
Should be 3. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
No.
I like it.
You're
too.
right
I'm
there.
just-
You play. Oh my gosh, you play 2 because you can only play 2. If you can play 3, you play 3. There's still like some of those random combo decks running around, and so you want to make sure that you have like something for them. It's another reason why I'm also playing Nib. Like into those matchups, I'm setting in both of these because I want a lot of cards into those matchups. I want to like increase my like non-engine count to around 20-ish in main deck. I also played Mourner. Like this is only for like this is kind of like my side pattern. Like when I played against Radiant Typhoon, I sided these in. When I played against any other combo deck, I sided these in. It was just kind of just like a nice little like 4-card side for how I was siding my own patterns. We also have Triple Droplet. This is for the mirror match. Really strong into the mirror match. Going second, so you need to run it. It helps you dodge like flame and stuff. Super nice. And then my Go First package was the 3rd Rahu, 1 Called By, 1 Solemn, and Triple Dragon's Mind. This card is really nice when you get to actually get into Dracotail, but since like you don't play as many Dracotails in this, like Dragon's Mind was actually a brick every time I drew it today, or yesterday. I'm probably gonna cut this for something else a little bit more actionable. Not entirely sure yet. Still need to do some testing, but it was good enough for 6th place yesterday.
Reprint this, Konami. I need it in a different version. I need it less expensive. Actually, I just want many copies of it in different rarities. Anyways, Bruce, you got any shout-outs?
Shoutouts Ant-Man816 right here. Shoutouts to Action Sports. Shoutouts to Andrew Cole over here who also got his top and was driving us there. Shoutouts to everyone who lent me cards. Shoutouts to Andrew Allen for testing. And shoutouts to Cookie for putting me on this list. And shoutouts to Michael Rizzo for whatever he did.
Bruce, thank you for the deck profile. Congratulations on another top, another beautiful playmat. And with that, there's always mood to make. YouTube deuces.